we're going to continue. I'm sure we're going to have for a while. How many months? I really don't know. We're going to talk about this sutra in 42 sections. And I did the introduction last time. And so today is the second one. We're going to go into this so-called authentic introduction. Whatever. We won't go. No. Oh,
I don't know why it wasn't, but it is now.
Magic finger. I don't have that. I don't have the finger. Ding. Okay. There are totally 42 sections. Now we are going to take a look at section 1, and the title I put it like "Leaving Home and Becoming an Arahant." Leaving home, because this sutra, when it's correct all the Buddha's teaching, the main audience are clergy, they are monks, okay? But of course, some lay person too. So first one says leaving home and becoming an arahant. Leaving home means you give up your family, you give up your family house, family life, right? And become a monk. Buddha's time, when Shakyamuni Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, when he became enlightened, he went back to his country, small country. And what happened was there were so many princes follow him. And he took his own son, Rahula, and went with him. Of course, the king was very sad. And the king is called King Suddhodana. And so he said to the Buddha, said, if it's possible that you don't allow the children to leave home unless they get the permission from the parents, because otherwise those small kids, young kids just left home, and it really hurts the parents, their feeling. And so the Buddha promised, says, okay, so there is this saying says, whoever wants to leave home needs to get permission from parents. So that's what happened, okay? So that's why here I put the first one, says parents' permission. Even nowadays in Taiwan or in China, I believe those young men, they want to, or young girls, they want to become a monk or a nun, they will talk to their parents and get the permission from the parents. And of course, for some occasions, for those young men, and they decided this is what they want. So sometimes they will just do it against the parents' opinion. So that happens. But the better way is to get the permission from the parents. Even if they say no, maybe you want to wait for a while and give them some time, couple years, 1 year or 2 years, or you show something to them, show them about this temple. Maybe they look at that, they say, oh, who knows, maybe they will say, okay, go ahead, I'm agree with you. I agree with you, you can go ahead, do whatever you like. So this is the number one, says parents' permission. I think it's very important because I remember one time in Taiwan, there is this monastery, and they have this session talking about the Buddha, and a lot of young students from college, girls and boys, and they went into this assembly, and after they finished, all those young girls and boys, they leave home, and the parents has no one to notify them. So they kind of protest, it's a big thing in Taiwan at the time, maybe 20 years ago that happened. So I think it's better to have a communication with your parents, okay? Number two is leaving families cut off in tangles. That means if you want to become a monk, you better stay away from your home, because that affection between parents and children, or the husband and wife, between the couples, it's very, very tight. So it's not easy for you to, okay, you you leave the home and become a monk, but your family always come in maybe 4 or 5 times a week, just want to talk to you and want to see you, visit you, and this and that, all kinds of family stuff. So it's not good for your practice. So that's why you want to really cut it off. And from the story from the Buddha's time, there was this monk, they have to go out to to all the community, have their arms round. And this day he just go. And he finally went to he close to his house. And because he has no children, and the wife and the mother is so uncomfortable. So eventually he was persuaded and went home and with his wife and wanted to have children. And so the other monk, they will go to report to the Buddha. And Buddha asked him, did you do this? And he said, yes, they are very honest. They never lied to the Buddha. And then so the Buddha said, okay, from now on, if you are a monk, no marriage life. So this is the first precept for clergy. This is the first. We have the 5 basic, right? No killing, no this, no that, no sexual conduct. It's the first one for clergy. That's what happened. So it's very good if you leave your family. If you live in Houston and you want to be a monk, you better go to Austin or Dallas or somewhere, okay, to practice. And so the next one is living with clergy and study and practicing Buddha's teaching. Okay, this is very important. When you become a monk, you don't come to the monk and do nothing and just sit in there and just enjoy and maybe do your small computer, what we call it. Yeah, your cell phone. Okay. Nobody is bothering you. You can spend all the time just play a game and everything. But that's not the idea. You come to the clergy. You want to study Buddha's teaching. The Buddha's teaching, many are the 3 studies, right? Talking about first you have to purify yourself, your body and mind. So that's precepts. 250, very detailed for the monk, 200 something, and for the bhikkhuni there's 300 something, and it's just a whole lot. But when we look at those precepts nowadays, some of them it's not suitable for nowadays. So, but nobody change it because it's Buddha says so, and no even the higher rank monk, they are not there to change the Buddha's precepts. Okay, so just to let you know, first you need to have a purified body and mind, so you'll be able to sit down. If you go to the retreat, if you have a lot of things in your mind, tell you the truth, you won't be able to sit there without wandering mind every second. Okay, minute by minute, you're going to think about what is the market now? What I forgot, should I buy something for my kids? Those kind of things. Oh, what did my wife just told me? Those kind of things is going in your mind. So you won't be able to sit down calmly, peacefully. Or you think about somebody just say something bad to me, and somebody just owe me a couple $100. how come he hasn't returned the money, and all kinds of things, all kinds of story it will play in your mind. So that's why it says, especially if you kill someone, if you steal something, if you say something real bad, you won't be able to sit down calmly, quietly for your meditation. So that's why if you go to the retreat, they start with what? They start with the 8, right? They'll give you guys the 8 rules to follow. And number 1 maybe is to observe the silence, right? You better not to talk anything. The more you talk, the more your mind is running around, okay? So if you go to this monarch, you want to become a monk, you have to first pay attention to the precepts, and then you really want to calm down your mind, because the concentration, the meditation is very, very important in any aspect. You need the concentration. So then the next one, you listen to the Buddha's talk, Dharma talk. So you'll be able to really see what is the real life, what is the truth of this whole world, okay? Why we have to come here and why we have to die, things like that. So you'll be able to at least heard about this non-self, heard about this impermanent. This is the world, okay? And what is the samsara? Why we have to come back? Why we have to have this cycle and life and death all the time? And that is suffering, this coming back and then born and coming back, and one day you're going to die for sure. This is our destiny for all of us here, right? Anybody here enlightened already? Then you don't have to go through the samsara, all right? But so if you understand about the whole truth, then you know, okay, what should I do? But for someone that says, oh, I don't care, I want to come back because my life this time is so good. I have good family life, I have good career, I have good this, I have good that. It's not bad. I don't want to come back. For those people, they won't leave home, okay? Which is okay, all right? They have to wait until their chance, wait until their time to realize. For some people, they have to have something real big happen to them, then they will start to wake up. It's just like people that smoke. When you talk to them, they come in the hospital because of the angina, okay, the heart attack, and you say, okay, no more smoking. They will say, oh, okay, because I have this heart attack. If not that, most of the time they just chain smoking one after another. You cannot tell them to stop, and they won't listen, okay? All right, so it's good to understand about what is our life like, why we are here, all kinds of things. And the next one is living home life and entering the true normal life. That means when we talk about normal life, that means that you already understand, you have right view, there is no self, everything's impermanent, changing, nothing is there forever for you. And you diligently practice the 3 studies, right? You know what is 3 studies, and you want to extinguish the 3 poison, and you know about what is the 3 poison, right? Okay, can you tell me what is the 3 poison? Good. And what is the 3 studies?
Precepts, samadhi, concentration, and wisdom.
Good. Great. You pass. You guys pass. Very good. Very good. Okay, so this is what it says. The section 1 tells people about all this. If you want to become a nice monk, a nice bhikkhuni, you have to do this. Okay. And so this is the living home. And how about becoming an arahant? Okay, the next one talking about becoming an arahant. Okay. There are 4 stages. Okay. You guys know about in our the whole world, there are 3 realms, right? You know the 3 realms? Okay, Lynn, what are those 3 realms? You remember? Okay. Mitch, the 3 realms.
Rooms, is that like human world, heaven and hell? Or
Okay. That is one. Okay.
I don't remember.
All right. Make things easier. Okay. There are 3 realms. One is called the sensual desire realm. This is where we are. And on top of that is form realms. Okay. They don't have ill will. Okay. They don't get angry there. Okay. And on top of that is formless realm. So there are 3 realms. And in this sensual desire realm, we have all kinds of fetters. And then on top of that is the form and then formless realm. And they also have their fetters. But before we become from this desire realm, go up to the form realm, we need to get rid of at least 3 fetters. That's these 3 things cause us to come back and forth like samsara. Okay, number 1 is what? Do you remember? Number 1 is permanent I. You think there is a big I, our ego. Sometimes we say, oh, he got big ego. Because he thinks this, I can control, I can dominate everything, and I'm the one to manage everything. In my family, I'm the king. Okay, so this is what we call a solid I, a big I. Okay, that is one. Is we usually call it the self. We have a big self. Okay, and number 2 is the doubt, and number 3 is the rites and ceremony. For some people, they think they have wrong view. They think some kind of rite or ceremony can help them to get rid of some bad karma. They can just pray, or they can just offering something to the gods, and they'll be out of the samsara. Things like that. And the doubt means they don't have this confidence. They don't believe in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. They don't believe in Buddha's teaching like a Four Noble Truth. And so they doubt everything. They doubt their teacher. Does he know what he's talking about? I doubt it. Maybe I should talk to the second opinion to get to another teacher. Things like that. They doubt everything. And the solid I is the one really cause many other problems. So if you want to be out of this sensual desire realm, number 1, you need to get rid of these 3 fetters. Yes, there is this. And when they be able to get rid of these 3 fetters, they are already from this shore across the stream to another shore. Means from this mundane world to this super mundane world already. If you can get rid of these 3 fetters, it's not easy, but it's much easier than emotional one, because these 3 things is due to our view, our reasoning, our wisdom. And for those people that don't have the right view, they have these 3 fetters. And so when a person, they can get rid of this, cut off these 3 fetters, they will be able to become sand. But it's called sotapanna. This is the first fruit. Okay. But if this guy doesn't work diligently, they just do regular things. But after 7 times of back and forth between the human and heaven, they will reach the nirvana. So if you reach the first fruit, you become sainthood. You cut off your samsara already. So make sure we know the big guy, the bad guy are solid I means the self, you think there is a permanent self, and you know the doubt. You need to listen to the Buddha's teaching, and you know what is Four Noble Truth, what is the Eightfold Path, all that, and then you worship the three gems. And then the last one is, you know, you have to do things by yourself. You cannot just go to offering something to the gods, or you just follow their saying, and then they will be able to change your life. If you don't have the right view, then you're out of this samsara. You go to the other shore already. Then the next step is called Sakadama Gami. This is the second one. And they will return only once to this world. And before they attend the liberation, attend the Nirvana. What they have to do is, on top of the three fetters, they have to decrease, make it lesser and lesser sensual craving and ill will. Okay, so that's the second stage. If you have these three fetters cut off, and then you have, on top of that, you decrease your desire and you decrease your ill will, then you reach the second, okay, second stage. Then the third stage is called anagami. They don't have to return. They already, when they passed away, they go to the heaven. It's called reborn in the highest formless heavens, and they will attend their arahant there. They don't have to come back. So the first fruit, you come back, and 7 times between human and heaven, 7 times, and you're done. The second fruit, then you come back 1 time. The third stage, you don't need to come back. When you passed away, you were reborn in the formless realm, and you become enlightened there. The last one is called arahant. Why they have to clean out themselves is because all this, the above 3, they clean the 5 lower fetters. And for the arahant, they have to cut off, clean out all the 5 higher fetters. What are those? The perfect one. The arahant is called the perfect one because they also clean all these 5. Did you see these 5? Craving for fine material substance, and then get rid of the craving for the formless substance, and then conceit and restless and ignorance. You get the 5 upper fetter. These are feeling like emotion related. It's not, you cannot cut this off by your wisdom. And you know, the emotion is very difficult, very hard to cut it off. It's just like you want to get divorced. Is it easy? When you are in love with someone and all of a sudden you get, okay, I'm going to get rid of you. It's not easy. No. So this is the same thing. Okay, if it's emotional, then you have to spend a lot of time, long time to get rid of these 5. So the worst one is the restless, because you know the form realm and formless realm, the important for them to be able to get there is because of the concentration. That's why it means you already clean your body and mind. You have perfect observation for the precepts, and you'll be able to reach very high level of the concentration and plus the wisdom. So you will be able to get rid of those 5 lower fetters. But those are from the wisdom. You can cut those things because those are wrong views. It's easy. It's just that you cut the watermelon, cut, gone. You cut the bamboo, cut, gone, right? Easy, much easier compared to the emotional one. Emotional one is like you said, really, do you want to get divorced? No, I don't. I want to. Okay, so difficult. So that's why it take them such a long time for the last period to get this. So if you can get rid of this 5, conceit means very subtle. Conceit means I'm always better than you. I'm always the top one. I'm the number one in this our class. Or even you are better than me, I still think I'm better than you. So that's the conceit. But it's very subtle, in this stage, very subtle. And restless is the one may make you lose your concentration. And when you lose concentration, you probably lose a lot of things too, And then the last one is ignorance. This ignorance is just not like our basic, ignorance. Like we have this thinking of the self, and we just talk about the 5 lower fetters. So for this 5, if you can really clean these 5 upper fetters, then you are arahant. And when you are arahant, you don't have to reborn again. There is it's called birthlessness. You don't have to come back anyway. So you already reached the nirvana. Okay, for this arahant. And the Sutra says, if you can cut this craving, cut this attachment, it's just like you cut off your arms and your legs. You don't use them. You don't need to use them anymore. So you done. Okay, it means you clean. You don't have to have this. No more problem. No more trouble for you. Okay, so this is the stages for we to become a liberation. So if people, they want to become a monk, they want to live their home life, the purpose for them is they want to become enlightened. They want to out of this samsara. That's their purpose. But for lay person, if you are not ready for the homeless, it's okay. But at least you listen to this. You want to decrease. Okay, you want to see something in your life. Maybe you can cut off a lot of your cravings, or you want to compete, or you want to do a lot of things you challenge with yourself and challenge with other people. Maybe you will be able to be nicer, soft. Your mind will become soft. At least I think it's better even for the lay person. If you can cut down all these cravings, okay, it's good for you. Even if you don't want to be a monk, you can practice as a lay person. Agree? Very good. Okay, I'm talking to those people. They already practiced a lot of things before your lives. Okay, this is not your first life. Remember? You agree? This is not your first life. We've been samsara for up and down, many lives already. So for you guys, you will be able to come here and listen to this, and you agree with this. That means in your past lives, you already listened to this already, and you already accept this already. So now you come here, you say, this is not for me. I'm out of here. Okay, so you know what happens. Some people, they're coming here to accept this. Some people come in, no. This is not for me. So because, that's why we say life is continuous, and everything have the cause and effect, okay? It's not all of a sudden this happened. No, you have this dependent origination, okay? So you guys, when I look at you, I know you've been practicing this for a long time in the past, okay? In the past life, okay? But today I'm the first time meeting some of you. But it's okay. I'm here. Sometimes I think about myself. In the past lives, I must have heard something about Buddhism. That's why I'll be able to come in here and when I listen to other religion, I say, no, that's not for me. So I know what happened to me in the past lives. So our life is continuous, okay, continuously, yesterday and today and tomorrow. So it's past life, present life, and future life. It's continuous. The time is continuous. It's not going to cut. No one will be able to do this, cut the day, cut the time. No, it just goes on and on and on. And so if you know this, and then you say, okay, I want to have a better future life, you know what to do. You want to collect a lot of wholesome deeds, right? And you want to practice this, you want to practice that, cut off the bad ones. Okay, now let's go to the section 2. Now the section 2 says to eliminating desire and ending seeking. This is harder to understand. Okay, but number one, I think you guys will be able to understand. Left home life to become a monk. You want to cut off desire and renounce love. It's covered by this. So what can we do? Get rid of this? Oh, okay. See, maybe, okay. Left the home life to become monk, and you want to cut off desire and renounce love and recognize the source of mind. Do you know what's the difference between desire and love? Love is stronger than desire, and desire usually we are talking about the sensual desire realms. Also, in our realms, we have desire, we have love. But for the form and formless realm, they don't have desire, but they have love. Remember go back to here. Remember when we talk about this arahant, they still have this craving for their material substances, and they have craving for the immaterial stuff, right? That means still have love there, but they don't have desire. It's not called desire in this stage. Okay, so for form and formless realm, they have this love, but we don't call them, they have this desire. Desire, usually we talk about the sensual desire realm, like our domain. Okay, so then you want to cut off the desire, you want to renounce, give up the love, and of course you want to know what is your mind. Where comes your mind? The source of your mind. Usually when we say, as a human being, the ultimate goal is like a Buddha. He become the perfect one, right? And his mind is totally clean, no pollution at all. So the source of our mind, how a person can be able to reach the Buddhahood, because we have Buddha nature in our mind. So that's what he says here. The source of our mind, let's just put it like we have Buddha nature. Doesn't mean you have this good thing there and it will just pop out by itself. We need to do something to allow this Buddha nature to mature. Still, this is dependent origination. If a person, they don't practice, they don't care about their fetters, they don't do anything to take care of their fetters, the Buddha nature will never mature. A person, ordinary person, still ordinary person, will never become a saint, will never reach the Buddhahood. So this is still cause and effect. You have to do something to allow your mind to become better and better, finally become pure and become enlightened. So this is how we need to understand, recognize the source of the mind. This is what it said. Questions? Are you happy to hear that? Good. We have everybody got this Buddha nature, but doesn't mean you have these things there already mature and everything, okay, and do everything for you. No, you have to do something for yourself to allow your mind to mature, to be cleaned. Okay, number 2 is penetrate Buddha's profound principle and awaken to the unconditioned Dhamma. The unconditioned Dhamma is the one that says it's different from conditioned Dhamma. Conditioned Dhamma means this world, mundane world. Everything needs to have all kinds of different kinds of conditions, factors. So they'll put together like our 5 aggregates. You need to have all kinds of stuff together. You have this 5 group and get together. So this is conditioned. But now you have to awaken to the unconditioned Dhamma, means it's super mundane world. See, we see things comes and goes, good and bad, and rising and falling, all those phenomena in our mundane world. But actually, when you see all this, it's just like a dream. It's just a phenomena. It's not really life and death. Life and death is just the process, but we think it's true. So when we reach this level, this stage, we'll be able to see, okay, everything is a cause and effect. It's just origination, and actually it's nothing there. It's nothingness. It's emptiness there. And this is what we call the unconditioned world, super-mundane world. It's very difficult to understand. Not everybody understands about this. They have to think about that, and when they take shower, they still think about this. What the heck are they talking about? Really takes me years to understand what they are talking about, because I'm not there yet. But at least I'll be able to say something to try to make you guys understand what they are talking about, what the Buddha is talking about. Okay, because I'm not there yet, but I can only try my best to explain to you. Okay, next one, even worse. Take a look at this. Internally, they have nothing to attain. Externally, seek nothing. Because your Buddha nature is already there. You don't have to try to get something that is there already. That's what I mean. It's there already. It's not coming out from outside. It's there already, so you don't have to seek anything. Okay, so your mind is, your Buddha nature is there. You just need to work on it to let it develop. Okay, and do not bound to the way, nor are they tied to karma. Okay, that means you don't want to bound to the way, means the Dhamma. So remember, we have this Diamond Sutra. If you come from this shore and you across this stream, go to another shore, you did this whatever, you use a raft or a boat or whatever. When you reach another shore, do you carry this boat on your shoulder and everywhere? No, you get rid of that, right? You don't need it anymore. So that's what I mean. You don't want to bound to the Buddha and bound to the Four Noble Truths all the time. Eightfold Path and 3 studies, you always think about it. No, you let it go already, because you're already across the stream already. And so you don't tie to the karma. You won't do anything. Okay, so that's what it means. Okay, do not bound to the way. If you already reach some stage already, you don't need all this. You used to cling to this Dharma. You cling to this. You cling to these tools. Now you just have to let it go, and then free of thought and action, and then neither cultivate nor attainment. It means you really at that time, this all talking about when you reach the Buddhahood, you're free of the thought and action, and they neither cultivate, they really don't have to do anything because you already totally developed and it's all finished. Your job is finished and the Buddha nature already developed. Okay, so it's the only thing I can share with you is like you go to the mountain, you climb the mountain, and finally you reach the summit, right? Have you ever go hiking and go to the top of the mountain? When I was young, I used to do that. When you reach the top of the mountain, what can you see? Nothing. It's so wide, and you don't see anybody talking, and you don't see anyone quarreling there. But if you look down under your feet, that's the Mandan world. It's a Mandan world. So up here is like a emptiness, right? You reach the top, and there is so quiet, fresh air, and you enjoy the scenery. And you don't have any fetters there anymore. You already accomplished your job. You sweat, you finally struggle to the top of the mountain. It's just like you reach your nirvana, you reach your Buddhahood. At that time, everything's done. But this is not the end of that. When you've done everything, you cannot go by yourself. You have to go down there to reach down to the people down there, and you try to help them do whatever you can. This is the Buddha talk. Buddhism is like that. It's not okay, adios. You guys work on your own. You have to work hard. I work hard myself. You guys work hard. You will be able to reach that. It's not like that. That's what it's called, Bodhisattva. And my experience that, when I was in my 20s, 30s, I love hiking and we go to the top of the mountain. And at that time, I'm still working. So great. I enjoy that. But when it's time to go home, I feel so bad because I know what it's like. I know what it is like. You have to work hard. You have to save this patient. You have to help this patient. It's such a difficult world. So when I have to go down, I don't feel good. I know that. But now I realize this is not what we're supposed to be. We have to have this bodhisattva mind. Okay, time to go and help myself and help other people. Okay, the last one, they do not pass through the various stages, and yet they are what? Highly revered, revered. Okay, thank you. Revered, highly revered. And this is the meaning of the way, the Dharma. Okay, can you understand this? That means when your mind is totally developed, okay, totally developed. Remember, we have 4 stages, right? 4 stages there. The first one, the second, the third, and the Arahant. But sometimes when you practice Bodhisattva, you practice this, you want to attain the Buddhahood. Then when everything is right, when you finished everything, you become your Buddhahood is developed. You don't have to go through those different stages, just like a Shakyamuni Buddha. He was an ordinary people like you and me, right? But except he was the prince. And he practiced this Dharma long time ago, for long time. And so he'll be able to see this, why we have to die? Why we have to do this? Why we have to be sick? And why we have to come back? And so he wants to find out the reason. He wants to find out the answer. So that's why he says, okay, I'll give up all I have. I want to see the truth. And so when he practice, and he'll be able to see, okay, this is ascetic practice is not right because I practiced for 6 years. I'm still here. I don't see the truth yet. That's why he know this is not the right way. And he gave that, he started to eat, and that's why later on he talked to his disciples, says, this is the middle way. What I did, I started to eat is not because my will is weakened. No, because I realized this is not the right way. And I found out the right way is the middle way. When you're tired, you need to rest. When you're hungry, you eat. But of course, you don't eat a whole bunch, right? The middle way, just moderate, do whatever you should do. And that's why he started to practice and practice and practice. And because he gained his strength back and sit down and do the meditation, he had very high level of concentration. He reached the highest level of concentration, but it doesn't help him. You have to go down to the fourth jhana. At that time, the concentration and the wisdom are equal, balanced. So he will be able to calm down his mind, but he also be able to see the truth. And that's why what happened to him. So when you'll be able to see the what happened, and finally, within one night, he'll be able to go through the first, and then the second, and then the third, and finally, he just totally become enlightened, become Buddhahood, reach the Buddhahood, just in one night. Okay, if you read his biography, you'll be able to see what happened to him. So this is what it means. You don't have to go through. Some people that go through, okay, like Arahant, they want to liberate their four stages. Some people, they just reach the first stage and they stop. They stop. They don't practice. They don't practice diligently anymore. But when they across the stream, they already achieve the sainthood. Even they just eat and sleep and just do whatever they can. After 7 times or human and heaven life back and forth, seven times they become enlightened. Okay, so it's very important that you know all about this, and you know what happened to our mind, what our human being, the 5 aggregates, what did the 5 aggregates do to us? Why we are still here? Because of the 5 aggregates. Okay, my summary. First, want to become enlightened. It's the best way. The best way is you leave home. You become monk, or you join the clergy. But not 100% like that. From Buddha's time, from the Sutra, from the Nikaya, from all their recording, there are some lay person, they will be able to reach the first, either first or second or third, or even become Arahant. Yes, they can do that, lay person. Okay, but when they reach the third stage, they will give up their family life. Okay, that's what I said. Okay, so that's the number one. Okay, anyone can liberate themselves, but the better way, the best way is you live your home life. But of course, there are some exceptions. Maybe you'll be able to become a lay person, but you still, same thing, you practice the Buddha's teaching and everything, you'll be able to enlighten yourself. Okay, and number two, no matter how, if you want to really practice Buddha's teaching, number one, you need to eliminate, you want to cut off the craving, cut off the attachment. Even if you are a lay person, it's good if you can just cut it down. You don't have to cut it off. You don't have to cut off your arms and your legs. You can and keep it, okay? But you cut down your desire, all right? You will be able to do your daily life, but cut down your greediness. It's still good for you, because otherwise your unwholesome deed will be there forever. Okay, so that's all for today. Okay, any comments? Yes. Which stage is what? Become?
Is enlightenment happen, like you mentioned, the four stages?
Okay, here, let's go back there. This is the first stage, right? After the 7 times become a human being in heaven, 7 times he become enlightened already. 7 times. He needs to come back. Yes. Go to the heaven, go to the human being, back and forth, back 7 times. They will become enlightened. The second one, they have to return 1 time only, and they'll become enlightened. Okay. The next one, they don't come back. They don't have to come back. They will stay in the formless. They will stay in the formless heaven, and over there they become enlightened. And the Arahant, as long as this second he reached Arahant, he's enlightened already. He reached the Nirvana already. So all 4 stages, they will be able to become enlightened, to reach the Nirvana, attain the Nirvana. But it's different because the first one, you have to come back and forth, between heaven and human for 7 times. The second one, you come back to the desire realm. The third stage, you don't have to come back to this desire realm anymore, but you stay in the formless realm 1 time. And then you practice there and you become enlightened. And the 4th one, you reach Nirvana right away. So that's what happened. So the more you work, the harder you work, the faster, you become Arahant. Arahant is the one actually is already attend the Nirvana. Right, answer your question? Okay. Yes.
In the Arahant listing, can
Mhm.
you discuss immaterial substance? Like fine material substance would be something you can touch, right?
Mm-hmm. But this is different from our desire realm. Our clothes is like this, right?
Right.
Their clothes very fine, light. When they want it, they think about that, it comes in. It's not, we have to purchase the cloth,
Exactly.
and we have to cut, and we just sew it together, a lot of work. But in there, if you think, oh, I want to have a swimsuit, comes the swimsuit.
So what is
I want,
immaterial?
huh?
What is immaterial?
Immaterial means there are material, although we call it formless, but there are still, because there is nothing. Buddha told us, body and mind has to be together. If you only have the material, you don't have mind, it won't work. So even when they say this is formless, there are very even tiny form stuff there. And that's why they still have the craving for that. But they are much better than our stuff. It's much prettier, much lighter, much wonderful. That's why still people were craving. Okay, so they have to get rid of that too. It's out of our imagination, right? But I can only imagine, if I want something, I want to eat a very nice Chinese meal. Here comes this good thing.
Wow.
You don't have to go shopping. You don't have to cook, right? You don't have to mix this, mix that, and chop. You don't have to do this. So that's their merit, because they work hard, they do a lot of meditation, I'll be able to go to that area, that realm. Okay, so how nice. So of course people want to be there. They want to do meditation all the time and reach there. but they can be there for a long time. Their lifespan is very long, thousands of years. But why we don't want to go there? Because they don't have chance to listen to the Dharma teaching. They don't. So they'll be there, but that's because they have their wonderful merit. Yes.
Why you say they? Are they human?
They are beings. We don't call them human. We call them beings. B-E-I-N-G. Beings.
You mean beings?
Beings, like a creature there, right? Something there. But it's not like we have the 5 aggregates. Our 5 aggregates clean to everything, right? It's polluted, but their aggregates much better than our aggregate. Yeah, it's out of our imagination. But one day, if you practice, you'll be able to reach there. But the Buddha told us always come back to the human realm, because here is the best place. Why? We suffer, but we also have happiness. We have family happiness, marriage life, not all everything is suffer, just suffer. We balance the suffering and the enjoy, the happiness. But we still have a lot of fetters. And the main thing is we have this samsara. We have this samsara. But if you are here, you will be able to listen to the Buddha's teaching. You'll be able to practice that. Then you will be able to out of this samsara. But other place, other realm, yes, they have their merits. They have their karma. They have to enjoy some place. They enjoy their life. Some just keep suffering, but they don't have chance to listen to the Buddha's teaching. That's the difference. That's why Buddha said, see, this is really annoying, right? Yeah, this is our realm is like this. It's not you go to the top of the world and you say, "Ooh, everything is clean, everything is ready, everything is good, wonderful." So it's different. That's why we need to practice. We need to get out of this samsara. Okay.
Is a section 2 more like emptiness and Buddhahood practice, but the section 1 is more like enlightenment practice?
It's like more like you want to just liberate, right? And it tells you how many stages are there. But the section 2 tells you everybody have this, your nature. Everyone has this Buddha nature. So if you want to develop your Buddha nature, you'll be able to reach Buddhahood. Encourage people to do this. Yeah, looks like 2. One is liberation path. One is Bodhisattva path.
So to practice Buddhahood path, you also have to go through section 1.
No, you practice same thing like 3 studies, but you go through 52 stages, even more. More. Liberation 4 stages, right? It's up here. But you want to reach the Buddhahood, there are totally 52. Why? Because they have to not only help self, they want to help other people. So it takes time. If you don't help other people, your merit won't be complete. That's why it takes time, takes longer time, 52 stages. Okay? So become a Buddhahood is not like just the liberation stages, 4, 1, 2, 3, boom, 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 you're there. It's much faster, much faster, yes. Because you only have to focus on yourself. Really, you just focus on yourself. You don't have to worry about, oh, he's in suffering. He needs my help. I need to give him some money. I have to give him some food. I need to guide him to the right path. They don't have to worry about this. They focus more on themselves. That's why they're much easier, much faster. Yes, sir?
I just want to clarify something from Leland's question. I didn't hear the beginning of it. So the 52 stages or steps, that's from where to Buddhahood?
ordinary people.
Where we are. okay.
Yeah, yeah, right. It's in such a detail. That's why I cannot do it here. I cannot do it. It's a whole book. There's a book called The Way to Buddhahood in Chinese and in English version, both. And if you got chance, you read it and you explain to you. This thick, about this thick. Okay, so at least we have chance because we are ordinary people. But if you have this chance, you vow you want to do this, you vow you want to do that. Yes, you'll be able to do it because there's a guideline. You just follow it. A lot of people already finished those paths already. A lot of. Buddha's father, the king. He finally reached the arahant, believe it or not. But he separate different occasion. He reached the first one, and then another occasion he reached the second, and then finally, before he passed away, he reached the fourth arahant. So it's amazing. We can do that, but nowadays we get everything styrofoam, and you just look at that. You don't have time to do anything. You just focus on your styrofoam. And that's why we don't have time to really think about ourselves, to purify ourselves. That's the thing. The time's different. The environment is different. Okay. But at least we still have retreat. We still have some good teacher coming here to show us how we can practice this meditation. That meditation is really very important because otherwise we have wandering mind all the time. You cannot focus. If you cannot focus and you don't have wisdom, you really won't be able to see through yourself, see through this whole world. No, you cannot. You are just like in the dream. That's why we say in the dream, every day we dream this, we dream that, and those are not true, but we think it's solid, it's true. So that's our problem. If it's okay, if we have chance to study the Dharma and we practice that, we still get chance. Okay. Wish you all become enlightened one day.